I first heard about respite from Katie's mom at a Sunday lunch. And she was telling me about the respite care that Katie had originated here. And it sounded very good, and I called Katie the next day to find out more about it.
And so anybody with memory loss is a good prospect for this program. And I was like most any other caregiver. I was reluctant to put her into any kind of program because I was to the point that I would cover for her. Someone would ask her a question and I would answer the question. And so this is how we got enrolled in the program.
Respite was really for the caregiver, so I needed it. But it was the most quality time that my wife had was coming here. And she resisted a little bit right at first, but once she was here the first time, I never had problems getting her here. She loved it. And I loved it for that reason, as well as for the break it gave me to do other things.
You've heard the expression, sent from heaven. Well, I feel like that this ministry, and it's a ministry, it's not a program, it is a ministry. This ministry was sent from heaven. I truly believe that. This is the only program or ministry in the city of Dothan like this. We have babysitting services, but Katie stays in communication constantly with people at UAB. Everything that's done in this program or ministry is done based on research. And our leadership, Katie and Maria and Margaret, have done a tremendous job. But not only did God send the ministry to First United Methodist Church, He sent about 100 angels, and these are volunteers, and they are truly angels, because in the book of James it says, you know, it takes more than just faith. Show me your works. And these people who work in that program are truly angels, by all means.
Once one of the volunteers took her into the room, I stood outside the room, and she was fine. When she would come here, she was here about 2 years. When she would come here, she would get 3 or 4 hugs before she even got into the building. I mean, it was just such a warm, pleasant atmosphere for her that it was great.
It was perfect. The visit, they were doing coloring, and Judy's always liked to arts and crafts and music, and she just fit right in. And not only does this ministry at this church cover this church, but it also covers the entire city of Dothan. There are people who come here from Abbeville, there are people who come here from Florida. We have 17, 18 people in the program. It's not only good for me as a caregiver, but it's also good for the participants, because as a caregiver, other than being here, it's 24/7.
Gave me time to have doctor's appointments, get haircuts, and do things that really she didn't enjoy being there with me. So it gave me some free time, and I knew she was well cared for, so that was...
Well, as a caregiver, you get to do other things during the day. You have errands to run. You have things that you need to do. It's good for me just to be away for a few hours. It's also good for Judy just to be away for a few hours, because we're together all the time. And so, and talking to other caregivers in the program, this is a tremendous relief for them. It's beyond measure.
I would say you need to try it one time, and then you'll be sold.